Well, Liam, welcome to the program, and really appreciate your time. Thanks for being a part of this. Bidr, it's such a great idea. And for those uninitiated, if there are any these days, just remind us what Bidr is all about.
So Bidr is marketed as New Zealand's virtual sale yard. We are an online auction house, and we provide capability to run auctions 100% online, or in a hybrid format, which means that we can go. We've got the technical capability to go anywhere in the country, create our own Wi-Fi network, and broadcast your sale to the nation. We also relay online bids from remote buyers, so it's just like having a phone bidder, for want of a better term, and we can display the live stream of your sale, with sub-second delay, so less than half a second for a video or audio. So technology's really come a long way.
Yeah, so Jim's in Tikawiti and the sales in Gore, and he can just sit at his computer and click an auction bid effectively.
Exactly.
Wow.
So for the people who are at home are uninitiated in this, the delay between the person at home in Tikawiti hitting bid and our bidder team member on farm at Gore, the delays are around about 20 milliseconds. So it's as instant as anything. So
it's probably almost, in a sense, easier, isn't it, by a computer, because you're sort of slightly anonymous, whereas if you're at the actual live auction, you're there and everyone can see you.
Yeah, I think if anything, it's a great way for people to attract a bigger market for them if they miss out on a sale at some place in the country, that they can find some other stock elsewhere and buy accordingly. There was a really strong sale we're at in Tikawiti this past month for Macmillan Wiltshire sheep, and the sale was incredibly strong. One of the highest pens was 565 a head for some 4-tooth ewes, and a lot of underbidders missed out, but they jumped online that evening and were buying up Wiltshire ewes from Gore. So pretty incredible that that it's a marketplace that can sort of broaden your reach for buyers and your vendors.
Bit of postage involved in that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of postage getting across the pond, but that's okay.
So Bidr obviously must have come into, and I know it's pre-COVID, you've been developing this for a number of years, but it must have certainly come into its own in the last year.
Yeah, that's right. So COVID obviously thrust upon a lot of change for a lot of people. So as a platform, we got a lot of visibility, had a lot of people sign up, and obviously there were market variables at the time that weren't conducive to sort of strong sales, with drought and supply chains being clogged up, whether that be your export markets or processors being able to handle. So it certainly gave us a lot of visibility, and one of the things that came out of COVID was our development around hybrid auction formats. So that, as I mentioned, is where we go and live stream the sale from the farm, and the auctioneer is running it just like any other sale, and it's been really remarkable how some vendors have really taken and integrated that into their business. So we've got beef genetics clients who use hybrid formats for their bull sale, but look to our online sale for their semen sales, for example. So there's the vendors are really taking a pick and mix type attitude to how Bidr can work for them. So if you're interested in Bidr, I strongly recommend you talk to your livestock rep, or get in touch with the Bidr team to see how it can work for you. So.
I mean, is there an age barrier to this? Do the older farmers, been around a few years, do they struggle with it, or is it is it instinctive? Because I know the young guys would be right into it. Yeah,
so I think it's pretty hard to make a generalisation like that. We have we definitely have some senior members of the community on Bidr and love it, because it gives them the opportunity to see how sales are going in Southland, and it saves them the journey. We believe we've got a product that's pretty intuitive and simple to use. To sign up, it's free to watch any auction. If you choose to bid, you just put your livestock trading account into your profile, and that's what you nominate to pay through. So it's all your standard rights and 14-day payment terms and the like. So it is really intuitive, and I think that when some of the more traditional people do see the auctioneer who they know and recognise and have heard for a number of years calling a sale, they become quite comfortable with it. So I wouldn't say there's any clear cut-off, because we've been really impressed with how some members of the community have really picked up and run with it.